Hi, welcome to Talk Time. I'm your host, Teisha. We are live in New York, the United States, and here's the news for the day. Woke. What is woke? And who's behind woke? Trump versus DeSantis. What is going on with both men? Jamie Foxx. What's going on with Jamie Foxx and this COVID-19 vaccine? Debt ceiling. What is in the debt ceiling? What exactly is President Biden signing off? How does it affect your student loans? How does it affect your food stamps? How does President Biden debt ceiling affect poor people? It affects them very poor. We'll tell you more about that. And there are others running for the GOP aside from Trump and DeSantis. DeSantis, Florida governor. Senator Tim Scott is running. He was booed today on The View. Senator Nikki Haley is running. Mike Pence is saying he's going to put his name in. So is Chris Christie. So we got more to tell you about. And what is Jack Dorsey up to? Who did Jack Dorsey endorse to go against the GOP? Dorsey ain't endorsing Biden. We'll tell you, Dorsey wants a non-Democrat in. All this and more. Subscribe right now so you don't miss the latest news. We'll cover this and more. But first, these messages. We'll be back after this.
Hi, it's Teisha Powell with Red White Truth. So you like shows like this? Not a problem. We're on social media. We're not on Twitter. We're on Instagram. Our information just popped up. We're on Gab. Information just popped up as well. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. All the information for our social media is being popped up. And you know what? The old-fashioned way. What about just going to our webpage, insurancelawyertish.com? Yeah, I still practice law, but you know what? I'm excited and I just want to bring to you more of these shows. If you want to see more of these programs, reach out to us on social media. We are looking forward to hearing from you. All right? So get us on social media. We're not on Twitter. We're on YouTube, Facebook, and we're on all others. All the information pop up. We'll see you.
Welcome back to Talk Time. I'm your host, Teisha Powell. We have over 150,000 views on YouTube and counting, and well over 2 million on Twitter. So go ahead and subscribe. You will see why over 2 million people tuned in to watch some of our shows. So woke, as we mentioned, woke. What is woke? Why are conservatives who are for faith and family, why are conservatives against woke, you might be asking? Well, wokeness is about wreck our kids' education. That's why conservatives are against the woke movement, is because what wokeness stands for. The wokeness culture is very extreme in the United States, and it's very extreme in other places of the world. And what the woke culture is doing is trying to destroy families, and it's trying to get the kids' creativity to go away and the kids' content. The woke culture wants to think for our kids. They don't want our kids to think for themselves. So that's why parents are against it, because kids need creative energy to grow. And the woke culture doesn't believe in that. The woke culture is not only consisting of the lesbian, gays, bisexual, transgender, it's also including this group that is a satanic group. Okay, according to Fox News, the targets use a designer that he's a member of the Satanic Church. Now, I don't need to have rocket science. You don't need to be like a genius. You don't even need to be a Christian to understand that there is one book called the Bible. It was written by the Creator, God, through men and women. I'm just a writer. 100%. The Bible is accurate. I'm a researcher, and the Bible is 100% accurate. So the Bible, which God inspired, one creator who created all of us, God is the one that set the laws because God created the earth. And 96% of us, Muslim, Christians, and Jewish people, believe this. Now you've got this 5% who do not believe in this. So they're against three religions, basically, which the Jewish, the Muslim, and the Christians, we are the majority normal religion in the world. And all three of us believe in one God. And sadly, the woke movement do not believe in any ultra religion. It's a bunch of satanic people who said they've, if you read it, they don't worship Satan, But what do? They idolize Satan, who is not even a god, who is just a fallen angel. They idolize Satan and they like Satan's words of pleasure. So these are a bunch of narcissistic people who are going to destroy the whole country because they're worshiping Satan. Target hired that designer who is a satanic person to create those stuff. So, I think the woke movement went too far, it's too extreme. And I don't think everybody knows what's going on with the woke movement. We've got corporations, major corporations in the United States. Disney. Disney is part of the woke movement. Target making clothes for the woke movement, lesbian, gays. They're having designers make clothes, and Target is putting it in their store. So what happened is that Christian conservatives, people believe in God, people believe in the Bible, people believe in faith and family, people that believe in family, they're boycotting Target. I mean, Target got boycotted and Target lost billions because of the woke ridiculousness. I don't think Target, I don't think Disney, I don't think that Anheuser-Busch, they're losing money as well. Bud Light, what did they do? You're asking? Okay, let me keep you up to what's going on over here. So there's a lot of transgenders, there's a lot of lesbians, there's a lot of satanic people, and you're getting famous on the internet. So these companies are partnering with them and they're doing promotions because we're in Pride Month, so Pride Truth Month. June is Pride Truth Month. We'll talk more about that. You either choose pride or you choose truth. That's how it is. Pride is puffed up according to the Bible. So as I was saying, so these woke people, they have been Target, Disney, Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light. They've all been just like promoting craziness, wokeness, and it's just too much. So people fought back and they boycotted, and these corporations are losing a lot of money and they got to get off. This woke is political movement. It is big government trying to get bigger, and they're using the 5% to destroy families because the bigger the government, the more power they'll have over us. So that's why I'm against big government. I am for family and faith and God. And what can we do? Let's say we send our kids to public school and we cannot do anything because of the woke culture. I explained to a lot of people, and I'm going to explain it to you again. You bring your kids to church. You tell your kids, I bring my kids. I have 9-year-olds. I bring them to church. I take my kids to church and I let them learn the Bible because there's nothing wrong with learning about God, Jesus, and the Holy Ghost. There's nothing wrong with that. So we learn the Bible and we teach our kids the Bible. Some of you will have to teach your kids, take your kids to the mosque, take your kids to synagogue. You've got to teach them your religion because if you don't, the woke culture is going to throw their belief on your kids. So this is the time to be a parent. This is the time for us to be very, very involved in our children's life because big government is at the hand of this. And I was a former school teacher in the United States. I have a law degree. I'm worked for Wall Street. I'm against big government. A parent is responsible for the child. Garbage in, garbage out. Parent, you are the one who's supposed to tell your child about God, and you are the one that's supposed to tell your child about gender. Do not leave it in the hands of these crazy people that are, most of them have done a surgery and they're taking medicine, and who knows what effect those medicine have. But these are not people that have your child best interest. Only you as a parent have your child best interest. So bring your child back to God through synagogue, mosque, and church. Speak of which, church, we heard that the Utah, that they removed the Bible from Utah. As you know, Utah is a Mormon area, and now people are asking to remove the Book of Mormon from the state of Utah. So the state of Utah removed the Bible, saying it's too violent. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, the Bible is violent? What about the TV shows your kids are watching? What about those? What about Hollywood showing your kids these shows? What about these games your kids are watching? Come on, we're going to pick on the Bible? We're really going to pick on the one thing that's been around for 2,000 years. Come on. Come on. But now, because Utah removed the Bible from the school, the state of Utah, which you know that Utah is heavy Mormons. Now they're saying to remove the Book of Mormon from school. So what do you think is happening now? We have the most secular time in America where they're attacking religious books, spiritual books, and they're saying these spiritual books are violent. But they're not attacking the woke movement that's creating a lot of violence in California, or, they're creating a lot of garbage and boycott in America. But the Bible that's been around for over 2,000 years, the Word of God, which is 100% accurate, that's what they want to attack. And you think that Satan isn't behind this? Hello, wake up, America, wake up, world. There's something wrong when they're removing the Bible, but they're not removing other stuff. So pray, that's all we can do at this time, and teach your kids about God. Oh Lord, prayers are needed today for India. There was a train crash and sadly people died, well over 280. And the Prime Minister went to the scene. We just have to pray for our friends and family in India and just pray for that country. As everybody knows, my obsession with India, I've been to India a long time ago. I've spent 3 months there, and I mean, it is just one of the most beautiful places in the world, and I look forward to going back and just pray for the people of India. Jamie Foxx, pray for Jamie Foxx as well. We haven't seen him for a while. As you know, went to make a show on Netflix. He had Gwen Paltrow to go on the show with him, and then he suffered a blood clot stroke. Now we're hearing news. Charlie Kirk posted this on Instagram, and I'm just going from the person of Turning Point. Jamie Foxx might have gotten a stroke from the COVID vaccine. It appears that Jamie Foxx was forced to take the COVID vaccine on a movie set. And I'm just thinking, I don't think he wanted to take it, they said. And I'm just thinking, I hope this is not reality. I hope we're not being forced to take a vaccine against our will, and now we're getting sick because of it. We do not know what was in Pfizer vaccine. There is a research that said the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, that it might have sped up some blood clots. So I'm just going according to research. It's on the internet. It's Google. I 100% research these things before I come on. That's what I do for a living. I'm a news reporter, independent news reporter. I literally went to law school, and I literally made law review. So I research and write. And I'm telling you, that's the research on Johnson & Johnson. And that's the word on the street about Jamie Foxx, COVID vaccine. According to some people didn't take the COVID vaccine. They didn't take it. They believe that there was no reason to take it, which we know now there was no reason. And government was overreaching. As you know, the Green Beret, recently this was on Fox as well. The federal government fired one of the military persons because they didn't take the vaccine. And I'm just thinking, that's a message to all of us, you all. The government is getting bigger and it's getting more powerful. People, we have to get a smaller government. We need to be more in power. You have to vote for small government. I tell people, put your faith and trust in God, but don't give government as much power. Try to get yourself educated and just look for the one that's smaller. Speak of smaller government, big government, President Biden just passed the debt ceiling, or he's about to. And what's in the debt ceiling? Well, some people are saying that the food stamp got cut. Food stamp got cut from the debt ceiling. Yes. President Biden is cutting food stamp for some people, single people, mostly single people. Then the student loans are about to be reset. Young people, how do you like that? The pause for the student loan is about to reset because the debt ceiling, they negotiated for the student loans to be reset. That doesn't look like there was much to help poor people. It looks like poor people are going to hurt even more. And the COVID reliefs, that's gone. That's gone. So all those people who were supposed to be getting money when the government shut down your business, well, President Biden is saying, nah, you shouldn't get any money for the government, so shutting out your business. You just pull that money out. So much for helping small business owners. There you have it. President Biden is really making things hard for poor. So let's go on. Who else is running in this primary aside from Trump and DeSantis? Well, you've got Senator Tim Scott. He's African-American. He got booed today from The View. You've got Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley, that's who Don Lemon had said was out of her prime, and he got fired for it. Well, Nikki Haley's still in the running. You got Mike Pence, President Trump vice president. Mike Pence is saying he's putting his name in. And you got Christy Chris, Trump's friend, Chrissy Chris from Jersey, he said he's putting his name in as well. Okay. So here we got it. Not a lot of people believing in Trump this year. A lot of people want to run up against Trump this year. So the GOP is definitely split between Trump versus DeSantis. And then now we got a lot more going in. And speak of which, Biden for 2024. Biden is 100% guarantee on that ticket. The DNC said there will be no debate. There will be no primary debate. So it doesn't matter. We heard that Jack Dorsey, co-founder of Twitter, you know, when I got the 1.6 million views and I was suspended for saying God loves you, well, that Jack Dorsey. Well, Jack Dorsey's back in. Guess what? Robert Kennedy Jr. They're on the Democratic ticket. Dorsey doesn't even mention Biden. He just thinks Kennedy can go up against Trump or DeSantis. But everybody's saying to Dorsey on Twitter, they're saying, Dorsey, what about the DNC? The DNC said, he's like, they're a little, Dorsey, you're young, I'm 47, and the DNC's got a lot of power. So they said Biden is in for 2024, Biden is in. Robert Kennedy, he's running, but running, how's he going to debate Biden? If the DNC doesn't allow the debate, what are they going to do? You think Biden is going to go on Twitter if he doesn't want to go on Twitter? I mean, what are you going to do to get Biden to debate Kennedy? There's nothing. Biden isn't going to debate Kennedy. Biden is set, as the DNC said. So let's see what's going to go on with Robert Kennedy. That's all the news we can do for today. I'm Teisha Powell. Subscribe now for more. Thank you so much. We are doing it. We are getting there, America. We are getting there, world. We have over 120,000 views. Subscribe so we can bring you the independent news. All right. We're not held to any corporation. We're held to you, the viewers. But you need to subscribe because that is how we get to stay on. Thank you so much for watching. You've been seeing Talk Time. I'm Teisha Paul. See you real soon.